we are beginning the lesson 51 on the page Yud Chet 18. The line 7 of the Zohar, Ot Yud. Mi k'tse hashamayim le'eila ma k'tse hashamayim letata v'da yiriyat Yaakov. The next page, Yud Tet 19, line 1. De ihu mavriach min haketza el haketza. Min haketza kadma'a de ihu mi el haketza to batra'a de ihu ma. Begin de kaim be'emtsaita point, and the last sentence of this word. Valda mi bara eile point. You remember that in the last at the last Zohar lesson, he spoke about the nukwa that was broken, and she get consolement, that mi yerpelcha, mi, the name mi will heal you, will heal you. And mi is Yishsut. So when the Nukwa rises to Yishsut, due to the man of the souls, then she will be healed, and she will receive 100 blessings. The previous page, the line 7 of the Zohar. Ot Yud 10. Mi, it is as it is written in the pasuk, in the verse. Mi k'tse hashamayim le'eila. Literally, just plain translation is mi is from me. Or let's say like that's what he says. Mi, the name mi, k'tse hashamayim le'eila. And if you will connect me with the first word and the second word, and Yud doesn't stand in the Torah, just mem is connected with the ketse, with the second word. Then you will, but it sounds like me. Then you will read mi k'tse hashamayim le'eila, from the k'tse hashamayim, from the, how will say it, uiteinde, far end, from the far end above. But here the Zohar split these two words from the pasuk, from the verse, and gives the secret inner meaning of it. That me, the name me, is K'tse HaShamayim Le'ela, is the far end of the heaven above. We will see, he will explain it to us. Heaven is Zeir Anpin, you remember. So, me is the upper far end of the Shamayim, of the Zeir Anpin. You remember that Zeir Anpin stands, now he positions these entities, that is Partsufim, that me, Yeshut, is the upper far end of the Shamayim, of the Hashamayim, of the Zeir Anpin. So you remember the Zeir Anpin stands at the level under the tabur of the Arich Anpin. So above him, above the Zeir Anpin, so the tabur is the upper far end of the Zeir Anpin, and this is me. From over there starts the me, Yeshut. Ma, the name Ma, and you remember Ma is Nukva. K'tse HaShamayim Letata, and the Ma is the lower far end of the Shamayim, of the Zeir Anpin. Because the Zeir Anpin ends, the half of him, Chagat, somewhere in between the Tabur, halfway between the Tabur and the end, and Siyum, and the end of this world. And from there on starts the Nukwa, or Ma, because we know that the Nukwa dresses the four lower sphirot of the Zeir Anpin. This is why she is called Dalet. Dalet is 4, and Dalet means also from that it is poor, because she only dresses the Zeir Anpin from the Chazeh and below. And this is the name Ma. Veda Yiriyat Yaakov, and this is the heritage of Yaakov. The next page, Yud Tet 19, the line 1. The Ihu that he, Yaakov, we will see, Yaakov is also Partsuf, and not Yaakov, a human being. We are speaking about the Torah of the Atzilut. Every word, every denomination of every word is the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Ihu that he Mavriach min haketze leketze. The words from the Shmot, from the Torah, that he runs from one far end to another one. He explains this, Zohar explains it. Min haketza kadma'a de'ihu mi. The Zohar himself explains it. What does it mean from one far end to another one? Mina Ketsekadmaa, from the first far end, the Ihu me, that he is me. So from the tabur. This is the upper Ketsa, upper far end of the Zeir Anpin. And Yaakov is, of course, Zeir Anpin. El Haketsa, to Batra, to the, and to another far end, lower. The Ihuma, that it is Nukva. So up till the Chazeh of the Zeir Anpin, so half away from the Tabor and the end of the Parzuf, the Parsa of the world Atzilut. Begin the Kaim Be'emtsaita point, because he, probably Yaakov, stands in the middle. Yaakov is Tiferet. Tiferet is representative of the, represents the, actually Tiferet is the, represents the Zeir Anpin. Va'alda, and about this is said, Mi bara eile. Concerning this, we see that it is written, Mi bara eile, that me, the Yeshut bara, created eile, created Zon, Zeir Anpin, and Nukva. Point. We are returning to the previous page, Hasulam, the right column, the line 22. And there, over there, we see Ot Yud, and he writes it Yud, full spelled Yud. But it must be, of course, just the letter Yud. I don't know why he writes Yud here fully. Fully spelled. But just you can change it in Yud, just the letter Yud. 22. The reference Ot Yud. Mi kce hashamayim vechule. From far end, from the far end of the heaven, vechule, etc. Double point. Mi 23 Pirusho Kce Hashamayim Lemala Shehu Yishsut 24 Ma Pirusho Kce Hashamayim Lemala Lemata, point. 22. After the double point. Mi, the name Mi, 23. Pirusho means, you see, he writes some additional words in order to make it fluent, the translation, in italic. Mi, the name Mi, 23. Pirusho means Kce Hashamayim Lemala, the far end of the heaven above, from above. Shehu Yishsut, that this is Yishsut. So 24. Ma, The name Ma, Pirusho, means K'tse Hashamayim Lemata, the far end of the heaven below, point. Shehu 25, Amalchut, that this is the Malchut, point. Vize Yarash Yaakov, Shehu Zeir Anpin. Shehu 26, Mavriach, min Haketza el Haketza, point. 25. Vize Yarash Yaakov, and this inherited Yaakov. Shehu Zeir Anpin, that he is Zeir Anpin, Yaakov Zeir Anpin. Shehu 26, Mavriach, that he runs. Runs means the way how it is indicate the Zohar now indicates the distance. So there runs from the Haketza el Haketza, from the far end to the far end. Point. Min Haketza Rishon 27, Shehu Mi, Ad Haketza Hacharon, Shehu Ma, point. This is Min Haketza Harishon 26, from the first far end 27, Shehu Mi, that he is Mi. First means above. Ad Haketza Acharon, up till the last far end, Shehu Ma, that he is Ma. Point. 28. Mishum Shehu Omede Be'emtza Ben Yishsut Lemalchut. 28. Mishum Shehu, because he, Zeir Anpin, or Yaakov, he says, Omed Be'emtza, stands in between, and he adds Asulam, Ben Yishsut Lemalchut, between the Yishsut and the Malchut. Point. 29. Valken Mi Bara Eile, point. And this is why 29. Mi Bara Eile, it's written Mi Bara Eile. The name Mi created Eile, point. Sheyish Sud Shenikra'u Mi 30 Bara'u et Zeir Anpin Umalchut Hanikraim Eile. Sheyishsut 29 after the point. That Yishsut and Yishsut, there are two, yes, Israel Saba and Tvuna. This is why he places the verb in plural. Sheyishsut, that Yishsut, Shenikrau, that are called me, 30 Bara'u, were created at Zeir Anpin, the Zeir Anpin, and Malchut, Hanikraim Eile, who are called Eile. Point. 31. And this is the rhythm of the eternity. So you must study every piece of the Kabbalah in this rhythm, not to haste yourself, because then it doesn't have sense. It is like eating very, very quickly, just put eating food stuff in yourself in several minutes and then go back to your work. It doesn't help. It doesn't digest properly, and even leads to sicknesses. Quiet, nothing exists, only the eternity, the light, and you. That's this. No one else, and nothing else. All the world is sacrificed at this moment, because the world is changeable. Changeable towards the perfectness, but you then at the point, because if you remain open for other things, then you are not the closed circuit. Then you are not a closed system. Then you have leckages like I feel this, this, all, and this is why only the closed system can be filled and can correct itself and can receive light, everything. 31. ביור הדברים, כי לכאורה היה לו 32 לכתוב לומר מראש השמיים ועד קץ השמיים. או קצה השמיים. The left column, the first line. ולמה אומר מקצה ועד קצה. דהיינו, מסוף עד to סוף, שאין כאן כל משמעות. Point. You see, we investigate the Zohar, and you look how he investigates the Zohar Hasulam. 31, the right column. Biur advarim, the explanation of words. Ki lechora, because from the first, sight, at first sight, Ayalo, he had to, he says, the verse had to say, 32, Mirosh Hashamayim, from the top of the heaven, Ve'at Ketza Hashamayim, and to the end, to the far end of the heaven. The left column, line 1. Velama Omer, and why he says Miketza ve'at ketza, from one far end, from one far end to the other far end. Dahainu, that means, misof ad sof, from the end to the end. 2. She'ein kan kol mashmaut, that there is here not all understanding or all explanation. So this is the expression. She'ein kan, that here is not all meaning. That something lacks. Point. 2. After the point. V'ze shomer. Mi k'tze 3 hashamayim le'eila. Dahainu. Yish sud. Dekaima for l'sheila. Hamalbish mi'achaze ad hatabur de arichan pin. Point. Line 2, after the point. With the shomer, and this is what the Zohar says. Mi k'tze hashamayim le'eila. Mi mi, so the name mi, and then k'tze hashamayim, the far end of the heaven from above. 3. Dahainu, that means Yishsut. The kaimale for l'shila, that stands for the question. Hamalbish, that dresses miha chazeh ad tabur, the place of from the chazeh till the tabur of the arichanpin. Point. So always when you hear about Yishsud, what the Zohar says, that he stands for the question, means that he stands under the chazeh of the arichanpin up till the tabur. And look, it doesn't mean that it stands directly under the chazeh of the arichanpin itself. The positioning is like this, but of course not. Within him, within the Yishsut is the arichanpin, but this is obvious, but this is the dressing. He dresses the arichanpin from outside. 5. Ma hainu hanukva she miterem heala man shehi 6 sof kol dargin michazeh de zeiranpin ule mata. Point. Look how is important what the Zohar stresses this. Now he speaks about the positioning of this, and then this helps to understand and to come to the conclusion that me created Zeranbin and Nukwa. But first, he shows us the positioning. Always look at the positioning in the spirituality. This will bring clearness in your and understanding of the spirituality. 5. Ma, the name Ma, Hainu, that means Hanukva, the Nukva, Shemiterem ha'elaman, from before rising of the man. That she is 6, Sof kol dargin, the end point of all the levels. Michazeh the Zeiranpin, from the Chazeh of the Zeiranpin and below point. 6, after the point. Ubeneihem, 7, Omed Yaakov, Hu Zeiranpin, Amatchil, Lehalbish, Mimakom eit Hatabur de Arichanpin, Ad Hanukwa. Ve'az Hu Mavriach nein mi Ketza de mi ad haketza de ma point. Look what he speaks about Yaakov. And don't think about Yaakov of flesh and blood. Yaakov, there was Yaakov from flesh and blood, and of course he had this, he was Merkava, the carrier of these powers, that what he speaks about them, a range of these powers. But it doesn't interest us, the power self, because the Yaakov is also a partzuf, the spiritual partzuf, that we must know. We will learn is something tremendous to know, and to what is the partzuf of Yaakov. Yaakov is partzuf, and Leah is partzuf, and Rachel is partzuf, and Israel is a partzuf. Then we will know what the qualities they had and everything else, instead of thinking about our father Yaakov, how ethical he was, and how great patriarch that he was. To look at him as a historic figure or something like this. This is like this nation looks at this, all these patriarchs, and very proud on these patriarchs, and the Torah doesn't speak a word about this, but they like this in this way. But we are studying the Torah of the Atzilut. This is why not the Yaakov, a person of Yaakov interests us. It's very nice to know about this, but this is not our study. We are studying for to receive the remedy and the understanding of HaKadosh Baruch Hu by learning his names. And his names are Partsufim, Sfirot, worlds, spiritual worlds that are carry in the Torah. They carry names like human beings. That, of course, they had these powers, these lights had to come down, all the way down to the out of our world, and to be dressed into the bodies of these patriarchs, etc. Ubeineihem, and between them, or in between, Omed Yaakov, stands Yaakov, between whom? Probably between me and Ma. And between them stands Yaakov, who Zeir Anpin. This is Zeir Anpin. Look, he gives a positioning of him. Hamatchil lehalbish mimakom, that starts to dress the place, from the place 8 of the tabur of the Arich Anpin ad Hanukva, up till the Nukva. So halfway, as we spoke, as we have said already, halfway between the tabur and the end of all the dargin, of all the levels. Ve'az hu mavriach, and then he runs. This is what the Zohar says. He runs 9 miketza de mi, from the far end of the mi, or the tabur, the place of the tabur of the Arich Anpin, ad haketza de ma, up till the far end of the ma. Point 9 after the point. Ki hami, mistayem 10 betabur de Arich Anpin. Vesham matchil Yaakov kanal. Ve'anukva 11 shehi ma. Omedet besiyumo kanal. How Yaakov stands, we will see, because a parsuf can also, these are additional parsufim. What is the addition? What is the parsuf that stands somewhere in the place of the Zeir Anpin? How can two items, two spiritual entities stand that has some similarity, but this have also some differences? How can they stand in one place? And what is this parsuf Zeir Anpin, Yaakov? We will learn this, but I'll give just a small hint that the world Atzilut was created, was actually corrected, established, as it were, not established. The correction was a light, a small light that remained from the world of Nekudim, the light of Nefesh, that remained, and that was created the world Atzilut, and there was a breaking of kilim in the world Nekudim, and breaking of the kilim as a result of it, the Achoraim means the, let's say, Nehi, the lower part, that the part that was added, that are added to a small state in the Gadlut. that first was in the Nikudim was only half a level, means only katnut, only keter chokhmah of the kilim, with nefesh ruach of lights, and in the gadlut, and in the katnut, the bina, zeir and bina, and malchut of every level, actually in every sphera even, was descended into the adjacent lower level. So in the Gadlut, all these Bina, Zeir and Bin and Malchut of every level and every sphera was drawn up and connected together firmly to the above place, to the level that had light, to the Keter and Chokhmah of every level. And then, when it was breaking of Kilim, that all these additions, because together with the connection of the Kilim of Bina, Zeir and Bin and Malchut of every level, came the lights of Gadlut. And when it was breaking of Kilim, because this light couldn't be received by the zone, because the zone was not yet corrected with the 3 lines, had only 1 line. So this is why this Achoraim, this additional part, the lower part, was fallen again to the lower, at every level, to a lower level. And the same was also in the Zeir and Bin. Now we are coming closer to Yaakov. And the same was in the Zeir and Bin, that the Achoraim of the Bina was also again was fallen into the Zeir and Bin. Not only Achoraim, look, Abba Uima, yes, Bina. So Abba had his, very important, just a little bit, just listen, then you will, step by step, it will be clearly. So Achoraim, not only of the Ima, but also from the Abba, because Abba had acquired in the Gadlut of the Nikudim, his Gadlut, he acquired his Bina, Zeir and Bin and Malchut with the lights of Gadlut. And Ima also had connected here Bina, Zeir and Bin and Malchut to here. And both had fully Partsufim, Abba and Ima. And then, when it was breaking of the Kilim, now look very carefully. The Achoraim of the Abba was fallen into the Yishsu, into the, let's say, into the Zeranpin. Okay? Into Zeranpin, and this is masculine. And from that, and this, the place where they fallen is Zeranpin. And these are kilim. Yes, kilim, and there is also light in them. Kilim, they are from Abba. But the lights are from the Zeranpin. We will learn it. So then you know a little bit about this Partsuf Yaakov, how he came to existence. And Leah and Yaakov, okay, this is enough. And Leah was from the, was as it were, the Partsuf Leah. She was from the Achoraim of the Ima, of the Binah, because here Achoraim also were fallen into the Zeranpin. This is why Leah stands above the Chazeh of the Zeranpin and is the Nukva of Zeranpin. And of course this is a great correction, because the more Partsufim we have, the more correction, the more the light is the more the light is getting covered, and the more the chance get the lower to receive the light. This is just several words about the Yaakov, Partsuf Yaakov. Then you see, this gives me the power, and a little bit I gave you, but then you know that how is Yaakov, that Yaakov comes from the Abba, Choraim the Abba. Then you know the Kilim of him, what power has this Partsuf. And also the Leah, that she is above the Chazeh of the Zeranpin. And above the Chazeh of the Zeranpin, we know that the Chokhmah is closed. Yeah, we know this. Yeah, they don't need Chokhmah above the Chazeh of the Zeranpin. Every above the Chazeh doesn't need the Chokhmah, because over there shines the Binah, the Gar, the Binah, and this is enough, because Gar is enough above the Chazeh. But under the Chazeh of the zone, actually they need Chokhmah. And this is why is it written about Leah that the eyes of Leah were weak. Eyes means Chokhmah. And this is why it is written about Yaakov that he loved Rachel. Because Rachel had Chokhmah, the shining of the Chokhmah. And this is the real Nukva. The real Nukva is always has this Chokhmah. She needs, of course, the Zeranpin to get here, to provide here Chasadim, but she has the Chokhmah. And this is why Zeranpin needs also the Nukva in order to give. All the creation is made to give and to receive. And the actual receiver, the only true receiver, is Nukva. And the real Nukva at her own place. Because also Binah is called Nukva, but she is Nukva of the Chokhmah. But the Nukva of Zeranpin is Rachel. I mean, the Nukva that is real Nukva that stands under the Chazeh of the Zeranpin. And this is why Yaakov had two wives. Not that he was polygam, but Zeranpin runs, yes, from the far end above to the far end below. And thereunder, there is also Nehi of the Zeranpin, under the Chazeh of the Zeranpin. Just a little bit that you, introduction, that you feel a little bit what is going on. And Yaakov and this is in such a way the Kabbalist experiences. Yaakov, Leah, Moshe is also, when I say Moshe, I don't see a person with a bird and, I don't know, stuff, how do you call it, but the place of him. Then you know then you will know, and also there is also Partsuf, or there is, that is called the generation of the desert. Then you know what the Torah is speaking about. What does it mean? And if you know where it is in the on the tree of life, then you know all about this. Not all, I mean, you know the quality about this. Then all the generation, you know what is the generation of this Pharaoh, yes, Pharaoh is also a place. Egypt, Mitzrayim, and not just to make to get human associations about what you feel about this, because this is something what they have told you that it is like this, and they don't understand the word about who and what is the Torah is speaking about, because they are learning only the Torah of the Bia, and this is pshat, just an human, historical, or all kind of this religious understanding of the Torah. 11 after the point. Amnam hakatuv 12 medaber kvar achar hamshachat hamochin elazon. 13. Kmo shekatuv baresha dekra sha'alna leyamim harishonim 14 וכו'. שהפירוש הוא בעת שהזון עולים ומקבלים 15 המוחין דיישסות הנקראים ימים ראשונים כנ"ל 16 שאז נמצא שקצה השמיים דלתתא שהוא מה 17 דהיינו הנוקבה עלתה והלבישה על קצה 18 השמיים לעילה דהיינו על הבי שהוא ישסות 19 ונמצאים שניהם במקום אחד ממש point. So he explained us the standard positioning of the me and ma, of Hashamayim, of the heaven, or Zeranpin, and the name ma. And now he says 11 after the point. Amnam. However, Akatuv, the verse in the Torah 12, Medaber speaks already kvar Acharam Shachat Amochin, already after the drawing of the mochin to the zone. 13. Not in the standard position, but when the mochin already were drawn to the zone, to the Zeranpin and Nukva. That means already after the rising of month. 13. Kmo shekatu, as it is written, as it is said. As it is said, Baresha Dekra, in the beginning, at the beginning of the verse. Sha'al na, in the Torah, Sha'al na liyamim arishonim. Ask, please, as Moshe said in the Dvarim, in the last book of the Torah, he said, Sha'al na liyamim arishonim. Asks, he speaks to the nation. Ask, please, the days of the first days, the days of before, 14, v'chule, etc. Sha'apirushu, that this means, ba'et, look what he says, in the time, Shehazon olim, when the zone rise, rising, umekablim, and receiving, 5, Amochin the Yishsut, the mochin of the Yishsut, Anikraim, Yamim Arishonim, which that the Yishsut are called Yamim Arishonim, the first days. You remember 7 lower Sfirot of the Binah, this is Yishsut. The first days, because remember that from them comes actually the last days, or the days of the creation of the world, and this is the zone. Canal, as it said above. 16. She'az, that then, nimtza, it is like the, it is that then it is like this, that shektzeh shamayim deletata, what is nimtza? how, appears, yes, that then appears, very good. Shektsei hashamayim deletata, that the far end of the, look very inside, try to visualize this. Shektsei hashamayim deletata, that the far end of the heaven below, shehuma, that this is ma, 17, the hainu hanukva, that is nukva, hanukva. Alta was risen, is risen, vihilbish, and had dressed, al ktsei hashamayim le'ela, the far end of the heaven above. You can imagine that she is now above the chazeh, above the tabur of the Arihanpin. The hainu almi, that means, that is, at the mi, shehu yishsut, that yishsut is yishsut. So the nukwa is now dressed now at the, upon the mi, that yishsut is yishsut. This 19. V'nimtzeim shnehem b'makom echad mamash, and both are standing or situated now in one, really, indeed, in one place. It means the mi and ma in one places, but only the, of course, the left side of the mi, this is the tfuna, and the nukwa are in one place. Point 19. Ve'al ken Omer 20 hakatuv miketza ad ketza shaharei ata nasu 21 shnehem pchinat ktsei hashamayim echad. Valken, and this is why Omer hakatuv, the verse says, Miketza ad ketza, from one end to another, from one far end to another far end. Shaharayata, that, behold, they are new, now they became, two of them became as the aspect of one far end of the heaven. He goes on with the explanation. You see, they have only one far end of the heaven. Indeed, yes, only before there were two, or the heaven had two, the Zeranpin had two, above and below. But now they are standing in the zone. The zones are standing in the Yeshut, and there is only one far end of the heaven. That before was the upper far end. The tabur, at the level of the tabur of the Arihanpin point. 21 after the point. Ki hayamim 22 harishonim mekabel hazeranpin shehem vak mi Yisrael 23 Saba shehem chagat lehi ve hanukva notelet atvuna. 24. Shei hamalchut de bina. Hanimtzet ata beketsa 25 de zeiranpin. Anikra shamayim ela ba'erech hakodem lemochin 26 nivchenet lerosh hashamayim. So he explains it's very, very clearly the positioning before the receiving of mochin and afterwards. 21 after the point. This is the study of the spirituality, not just thinking, just singing, dancing together, drinking, eating. This is not spirituality, this is religion. It doesn't help. Psychologically, one feels good, but it doesn't help. It doesn't bring growth. It doesn't develop a person. 21 after the point. Ki hayamim arishonim, because the first days, Mekabel zeiranpin, they receives zeiranpin. Now, because they are the zone, standing my additional explanation. So the zone now stands in the Yeshud, and you remember that the Zeiranpin stands on the right side, because right side means Chasadim, full of Chasadim, and left side means no Chasadim. Severity. This is why he says the Zeiranpin receives the first days Shehem Vak de Israel Saba, that they are 6 Vak, 6 Sfirot of the Israel Saba. Shehem 23, that they are. You see how he explains again and again, more and more and more, who is this, and then he explains Israel Saba. First he says the first days. Who are the first days? He explains more that they are 6 Vak of the Israel Saba, 6 Sfirot of the Israel Saba, and then again more that they are Chagat Nehi, Chesed Gvura Tiferet Netzach Hod Yisod. This he receives from Israel Saba. So you see, the Zeiranpin is in the right line, and within him, within Zeiranpin, shine these previous days, these 6 Sfirot of the Israel Saba. And this he receives, Ve'anukva notelet atvuna, and the nukva takes the tvuna. Takes means not just to take, means that she takes the shining of the tvuna and everything what the tvuna receives from here, because the tvuna is in here, within here. But it is one level. You see, one level only. One is inside and one is outside. 24. Shehi amalchut de bina, that the tvuna, that she is malchut of the bina. Hanikretata, that is called now mikce 25, miketza, baketza, the zeiranpin. Hanimtzetata, that is now situated or at the far end, in the far end of the Zeir Anpin, which Hanikra Shamayim, that Zeir Anpin, that is called Shamayim. Look at he has patient. That is heaven, is called heaven. But comparing to the before the receiving of the Mochin, 26, Nivchenet leRosh HaShamayim is called or is considered as the Rosh HaShamayim, as the top of the heaven. Yes, because this is the upper far end of the Zeir Anpin from before the receiving of the Mochin, or from the standard position. It was the top of the heaven. But now it is just only one, as it were, far end, because the only one far end of the Zeir Anpin, because the lower we doesn't have it. We don't have it here. But look, what he doesn't say here, probably, and this is what I would like you to pay attention to this also. You remember what he have said before, that at the standard position of the Zeir Anpin and Nukva, that means under the tabor of the Arich Anpin, between the tabor of the Arich Anpin and the end of all the dargin, of all the levels, or the siyum, or the end of all, or the point of this world. That in this area, Zeir Anpin stood above the Chazeh, and under the Chazeh, in this area, is the place of the Nukva. And also, and this is the Nukva, this is, so the same standing is also now. Look, it is also always the same. Look, once is it this position, in standard position, this is also now when the zone, Zeir Anpin and Nukva, are standing in the Yishsut. That in the Yishsut we have also the positioning. Look, this is very important, that you know that the positioning of the Yisrael Saba and Nukva are the same like Zeir Anpin, real Zeir Anpin and Nukva. So also Yisrael Saba and Tfuna are positioned in the same way, that from the Chazeh and above of the Yishsut is the place of the Yisrael Saba, and from the Chazeh of the Yishsut and below is the place of the Tfuna. And not just that they are standing right and left, that you understand what is right and what is left. That now the Zeir Anpin rises to the Yisrael Saba, so at the position of the Yishsut above the chazeh of the Yishsut. Be careful of the Yishsut. And the Nukva is stands now after the receiving of the Mochin in the place of the Tfuna, so from the Chazeh of the Yishsut and below till the Tabur. So now we see everything is settled, and we see that in this position of the receiving the Mochin, and you see now how the Mochin received, that of course that Israel Saba and Israel Saba and Tfuna have Mochin themselves, but because of the rising of man and rising, this is why the zone rose to the Yishsut. All this man goes from one level to another level, above to Abou Yima and to Arichanpin, Atik, and then to the Sag of the Adam Kadmon, and Abba of the Adam Kadmon, and Galgalta, the first parsuf of the Adam Kadmon, and above to Ein Sof. And from Ein Sof comes the mud, the masculine waters. And this is the filling of this. These are the Mochin. And so all the way now the Mochin, every level receives this Mochin. Great Mochin first, the greatest Mochin receives Galgalta, and then the smaller one, but still huge, receives the Abba, and still less, up till the Nukva receives the Mochin from the Tfuna. That comes to the Tfuna, and the Nukva dresses the Tfuna, and she receives this Mochin. V'yesh od pirush bet. Asher Hashamayim de Le'ela. 28. Hu Yisrael Saba Hakolel Vav Hayamim Arishonim Shehem 29 Chagat Nehi Debina. 27. V'yesh od pirush bet, and there is the second explanation. And look, when we see in the spiritual something like this, the second explanation doesn't mean that the first one is not right and the second is bad, or both maybe this, maybe this. They are of different levels of explanation. Both are valid. Asher Hashamayim de Le'ela, that the heaven above. 29. Hu Yisrael Saba. That's what we are studying now in the Zohar. That the heaven above is the Yisrael Saba. Hakolel Vav Hayamim Arishonim, that consists of 6 previous fast days. Shehem Chagat Nehi de Bina, look what he says, that they are Chagat Nehi de Bina, or Zeirapin de Bina. This is another explanation. What is another explanation? Actually, the head, look, the head of the Zeirapin, the lights of the head of the Zeirapin, where they are. Zeirapin has only 6 sfirot. Yes, with 6 lower sfirot, with the lights only Nefesh and Ruach. Where are his Gar, Neshama, Chaya, and Yichida of the Zeirapin? They are above. They are in the Israel, Saba, and Tfuna. Over there, they are. And so they are a kind of Rosh of the Bina. So actually, Yeshud are Rosh of the, not of the Bina, of the Zeirapin. Yeshud are actually the head of the Zeirapin, because over there, in them, there are the lights of the Gar of the concealed, the Gar of the Zeirapin. This is probably, just as I said to you, this is probably the reason of this second explanation. 29. Uktseh hashamayim dele'ela. 30. Hu atfuna shehi hamalchut de bina. Uktseh hashamayim le'ela, and the far end of the heaven above is tfuna. Shehi hamalchut de bina, that she is malchut of the bina. V'yihye 31 shiur katuv mi haketza de Yisrael Saba ad haketza de Zeirapin. 32 hanikra shamayim deletat. V'yihye 31 shiur katuv, and literally is the measure of the verse will be. It means the verse will be understood, will be understood like the meaning of it will be Mihaketza de Israel Saba, from the far end of the Israel Saba, ad Haketza de Zeirapin, up till the far end of the Zeirapin. 32 Hanikra Shamayim Deletata, that is called the heaven below. Point. The next page, Yud Tet 19, Hasulam, the first line. V'ze shomer valda mi bara eile, double point. V'ze shomer, and this is what the Zohar says. Valda, and about this is it written that mi bara eile, that mi created eile, point, double point. Klomar. 2. Al Eilo Hamochin Omer Katuv Mi Bara Eile Ki Mi Hu Yishsud Aomed Bamakom Briya for the Arichanpin. Dehainu michase ad hatabur. Lemata miparsa 5. Shebagoi meohi de Arichanpin. Shesham eina magia od 6. Harat rosh de Arichanpin point. Now here explains it to us, but already what we know already. Look what he says. 1 after the double point. Klomar, that means. So now we are speaking about this, the end alinea, and how do you go? The end piece fragment of this ot, that mi bara eile, that me created eile. What does it mean? Klomar, that means to al eilu hamochin, about these mochin. Omer Katuv, the Holy Scripture says, or the verse says, Mi bara eile, that me, the name me, created these ones. 3. Ki mi hu yishsud, that me is yishsud. Haomed b'makom briya de Arichanpin, that is standing, that stands in the place of the briya of the Arichanpin. Or you can say it briya of the Arichanpin, or you can say it also briya of the Atzilut. No, briya, yes, briya of the Atzilut, or briya of the Arichanpin. For, you see, everything has briya, and here is also in Atzilut, you have briya, under the chazeh of every partzuf is briya, and then lower 2 more worlds, 4 after the comma. Dehainu, that means, mi chazeh ad tabur, from the chazeh to the tabur of the Arichanpin. Lemata mi parsa, below the parsa, look with the parsa, which parsa? 5. Shebegoi mahovid is Arichanpin, that is between, in the place where the peristatics is diaphragma of the Arichanpin. So it means the chazeh of the Arichanpin. Shesham eina magia ot harat rosh, that over there doesn't reach yet the shining of the rosh of the Arichanpin. We have learned. Remember that the shining of the rosh of the Arichanpin can come to the chazeh, to this chazeh of the Arichanpin, but not below, because Yishsut already need chokhmah, and everywhere where the need is of the chokhmah, over there is above this place is ends the light of the chokhmah. Very, very important to know this. 7. V'al ken nivchan lebriya dehainu levar mirosh 8. The Arichanpin. V'al ken hu kaima l'shila kanal. And this is just repeating and what we already know. V'al ken 7. The Alken, that therefore nivchan lebriya, he Yishsud is considered as briya. Dehainu, that means levar mirosh the Arichanpin, as outside of the rosh of the Arichanpin. You remember that bar means outside in Aramaic, 8. Valken, and this is why, who kaimele shila, he, the Yeshsut, is standing for the question. So over there is question, so it is under the chazeh of the Arichanpin, as we have learned. Kanal, as it said above. And one more sentence. ונמצא נין אחר שהזון משיגים אילו המוחין שהם עולים, תן ומלבישים את המי הזה, ונוטלים מקומו 11 מהחזה עד הטבור דאריכנפין. הרי גם המוחין 12 שלהם אתה רק בבחינת בריאה דאריכנפין. וזה שאומר 13 הכתוב, מי ברא אלה שהם הזון? כלומר, 14, הזון נטלו מוחין דבריאה מן עמי. Now he explains the word bara, created. Why me created? Yes, creation. Creation, we know this is bria, normal bria. But now he explains this word. V'nimtza, and it appears to be that 9 achar, after shehazon masigim eilu amochin, that after the zone grasp these mochin, shehem olim, that they, the zone, rise, then umalbishim et mi hazeh, and dress this me, venotlim mikomo, and they take the place of him, of the me. 11. Mi'achazeh ad tabor de Arichanpin, from the chazeh to the tabor of the Arichanpin. Hare, behold, then, Gama mochin, now he speaks about the mochin, now before the place. You see, if we know the place of the where someone stands, we know also the mochin, which light they receive. Hare Gama mochin, behold then, also the mochin of them, their mochin, 12 ata now are only of the mochin of the Yeshsut. They are now only bifhinat bria de Arichanpin, only from the aspect of the bria of the Arichanpin, as kilim, the same as kilim, also the mochin are of this aspect. And this is what his Zohar says, and this is what the verse says, 13. Mi bara eile, look, me created these. Shehem hazon, that eile means zon, that me created the zon. So the zon that are standing now in the me, dress the me, this is about what the Zohar speaks. That me created the zon, that me gives the mochin of the, what he says also, klomar, that means, 14, hazon natlu amochin de bria minami. That means, very great what he says, that the zon, so after rising to the Yeshsut, that the zon took the mochin of the bria from the me. And this is why the Zohar says, bara, mi bara eile. This word bara means bria, as it were, bria, but not the bria, real bria, under the parsa of the Atzilut, but the bria of the Arichanpin, or bria of the, what is the same, is bria of the Atzilut.